This is Joy Parris with RichGirlNetwork.tv, and we're on the set of ABC Family Switched at Birth. What is it like working with all your cast members?
Working with everyone on Switched at Birth is like going to summer camp. We have so much fun together, and honestly, it was such a strange thing. I've worked on a lot of different projects, and yeah, there's a lot of times when you have a good camaraderie with people, or you have a good time or whatever, but this actually feels like we're family, and that we've been doing this forever, and instantly from the pilot on, we've just had such a great time with everybody. There's no egos or crazies, you know, we love what we do, we're here, and we're having fun.
Talk a little bit about your character, and how do you see him developing more into the show?
So Toby is the brother to Bay and Daphne. He is the fake brother to Bay and the real brother to Daphne, which he found out, you know, at the beginning of the show. But in the second half of our second season, you know, at the end of the last episode that was aired, he got engaged to Cassie. To Nikki. Cassie is her real name. So Nikki and Toby are going through, planning the wedding. They started a band together that has kind of been put on the back burner, but it resurfaces again. Marriage counseling. He gets a new job. He's trying to deal with, juggling all of these things together is a lot of added pressure and not a normal summer vacation for an 18-year-old.
So reaction to the engagement, can you talk about that?
Well, personally, I would not get married at 18. I think that's a little crazy, but at the same time, lots of people get married at 18 and have long, wonderful relationships. So it's doable. But it's probably a lot harder than, and especially this day and age, I feel like a lot of people are waiting, to not only get married, but having children as well. And so it's a much more accepted thing to be single later into your 20s and even 30s and not as old fashioned as, used to be. But, yeah, I think, he's different. He and Nikki both are different, and they, I honestly don't know if they're going to get married or not. They haven't told me. But I could see it going well both ways. Okay. He wants to be a rock star, so getting married and settling down may not be the best thing, for him. But you just never know. Yeah, some couples could get married and go on tour together and have a wonderful life. So
when you read the script and they had this whole engagement thing, were you thinking, okay, how am I preparing for this? Am I talking to wannabe married couples? Am I talking to couples who are young and getting married? Was there something you had to figure out how to navigate that whole?
Well, when I was, I grew up in Missouri, which is where the show takes place, and I had a lot of friends in high school who got engaged and got married, and so I even became an ordained minister and married some of my friends. Not at 18, but still pretty young. The youngest in our friend group. So, yeah, I just kind of thought about that, and it does bring a reality to it when I think back to, a lot of people in the Midwest, do that, and it's totally acceptable. So
they get married young?
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I grew up in Springfield, Missouri, which is kind of the buckle of the Bible Belt, and so everyone's very religious, and, well, not everyone, but, it's much more than out here in California or whatever, so it's a very common theme, and especially, in Nikki's case, she doesn't want to have sex before marriage, and he wants to get laid, so A plus B equals getting married. I personally have gained such an appreciation and a love for American Sign Language, and it's obviously a theme on this show that has influenced and touched a lot of people's lives, and I get from all of the tweets and Facebook posts and stuff of people telling me that they did an ASL project in school, or they decided to take an ASL class or whatever, down to when I've met fans of the show on the street who are deaf, and I can carry on a conversation with them. Right. And if it weren't for this show, I wouldn't be able to communicate with them. And that's something that's touched me a lot. And that's, I don't know, it's really special. And it's also a cool thing just to have as a performer and actor. It's such an expressive language, and it's a beautiful language. And I hope to become completely fluent, and thanks to this show, I that's a great possibility. Hi, I'm Lucas Grabeel from Switch to Birth. Tune in Mondays, 8/7 Central on ABC Family.
It doesn't matter.
Well, I don't know if this is right, but you're watching Rich Girl Productions.
That's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks.